Hi, this is Lakhi Singh, the property fixer, here to fix you and help you grow your property and your business affairs to the next level. So if you're looking for knowledge and insights about how to get involved in property, solve your problems about scalability in your property business, then do watch our 20-minute clips. We've taken them from hundreds and thousands of videos that we've taken over the last 6 months, and we've broken them into simple chunks which can make them useful for you. So do watch and do subscribe to our YouTube channel underneath as well.
Hi, good morning. Wow, it's already 30 seconds in and I didn't even realize I was on camera. Okay, we've got some technical hitches this morning. I've got VJ Sal. It will be on in about 10 minutes, but we do have Mary Cullen waiting in the wings. So we could actually get Mary on straight away to keep us entertained. So I think the staff are going to get Mary on now as well. So hope you're all well and having a great morning. This is time flies. It's already, I think today's Wednesday, isn't it? I think lost track of time. I'm actually driving in today, and as you may have noticed, I'm actually keeping an eye on the road and driving, which is very dangerous. I don't recommend anybody do it, but I'll be in the office by about 1 minute, so I think I've just been caught off guard because I'm expecting BJ Sales to really be hosting today. So there we have it. It's very dangerous. So anyway, hope you're having a great morning. I know there's a lot of doom and gloom going on about what's happening in the property in the with COVID-19 and the rest. So I know that we're meant to be in lockdown and there's only essential travel, etc., etc. So just to reassure viewers, I'm actually part of a registered charity, and so we are allowed to actually allowed to travel in, and I'm also a registered estate agent. So unfortunately, I've got clients that I've still got to see. So that sort of counts as something that's allowed actually within the rules. Unfortunately, I can't actually be working from home easily because of those things. So hope you're all well. And what what is the weather like where you are? It's certainly very rainy and drizzly here in central London. We've got a lot of fleet here in London at the moment. It's not really perfect weather, but it sort of suffices. So I'm probably going to get soaked a bit later. Morning, Mary. How are you doing?
Sound.
Can you hear me? You can't hear me. I can hear myself, but I can't hear you. Okay, we've got Mary Cullen on this morning as well. She'll literally be coming on in a minute. We've got quite a few people joining the group now. So the group's grown to 1,600 people. Can you believe it? That's actually massive. And I think with all the other groups we've got over about 3,000 people now in the various groups we've got going on. So today we're going to cover the topic of got Mary back again. How you doing, Mary? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
I can hear you now, actually. I think it's me, not you.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I couldn't hear you. And then I thought, well, you can't hear me. So, hey.
Yeah, I've got like a little machine going past me, which is quite noisy, as you can tell.
Oh.
I'm literally about 1 minute from the office, but I've just about mistimed it because I got stuck in a bit of traffic outside Harrods.
I know, there's traffic. That's what the debate is this morning. Why is there traffic? Where is everybody going?
I don't know. I think there's still offices open. So estate agents are still open. I'm like a registered estate agent, and I've still got viewings and things, and I do a lot of stop repossession work as well.
Okay.
So we've got to, if I don't attend to certain matters, people end up losing their properties and end up on the street. So it's a bit one of these situations where it's not easy to work from home, because you really got to get out. You've got to be able to talk to bailiffs and talk to the parties that be. You can't really be sitting at home somewhere with my feet up, which would be nice.
Yeah, that's a myth though. I mean, I've been home in lockdown and I've never got my feet up.
Wow, I'm just sort of exaggerating now because I'm trying to make out anybody who's actually locked up at home has got the good life, whereas some people have to go out and actually still be on the road, so to speak. But the good thing about being on the road is actually I've sort of hardly seen anybody really out and about. Even when I go to viewings and things, I usually get the keys, so they're usually empty. So I think the risk of catching something from empty offices and nobody around is pretty much zero.
Totally, yeah. It's just it's supermarkets, it's those kind of places that you know, it's more risk, to be honest. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think I rarely go to a supermarket. I think the most I do is go to a place to get some food, and that's about it, like a coffee shop takeaway sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which is probably better because you just got like about 3 people in a queue, usually outside some sort of takeaway or something. So it's not, and it's usually literally for a couple of minutes. So I think so the dangers are quite low. But I think there's a lot of, to be honest, I watched the news not yesterday but the day before. But like when I watched it, I watched BBC One, then I watched the ITV. But the sort of frenzy that was there and the sort of worry that was there is like so real now for a lot of people. So it is actually really worrying, actually. So
Yeah,
I've actually also taken drastic measures. So I'm not even I'm actually isolating from anybody I know to zero.
Really?
So I'm not really mixing with anybody at all.
Wow.
Because if I'm actually in town, so I'm just staying in a local hotel about 5 minutes from my office during the time of the local. But the funny thing is I'm actually 10 times busier, but more busy in the last 24 hours than I've been in the whole of the last year, you know.
Wow. Yeah, I know. It's still busy, you know. I think we're all finding it's really busy. Yeah,
I think the reason is that I'm finding that a lot of people that are quite well-to-do, they're probably relaxing at home maybe, or they're still locked down, but probably suffering the consequences of that situation somewhat. But others that they've got problems or they need something sorting out, like they need a quick bridge because they're going to lose a property or whatever. Those people still need to get out and about, still do certain things in a particular way. And so I think it's quite important for that to happen, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I've got multi-lets and I've had a lot more issues with tenants because, for instance, some are still furloughed and some are working, and especially the ones in their kind of 20s and stuff. So they're all starting to feel very hemmed in. There's starting to be a lot of conflict at home, or, you know, someone's working and someone isn't, so they're up till 3 in the morning. So I'm finding a huge amount of my time at the moment is just going on the day-to-day management of tenants, and or, you know, so, and even just tenants that rent flats, they've got issues at certain things. So I'm finding finding people feeling very restricted, restrained, especially the under 30s, you know, their entire social life is gone, so they're just home, and especially in shared houses and things, you know. So yeah, because everybody's not going out, so it's kind of pressure cooker, really. So yeah, and
there's a huge amount of flux, really, isn't there? Because there's lots of things that you wouldn't really think about that could happen, because this is all every day is unfolding in a different way, isn't it? It's almost like something new to worry about the next day that you wouldn't anticipate.
Totally, yeah, I know. So, and people still want to move, or they don't, you know, they don't, I don't know, I feel people now think I don't want to put up with something. You know, I've got a new tenant yesterday and she's like, I've lived somewhere for 5 years, I've got noisy neighbors next door, and I just don't want to put up with it anymore. You know, so it's changed us, hasn't it? We don't want to put up anymore, you know, I think.
Yeah, I think I don't know, it's all too much information to take in. But good news is got VJ Sal now, because I'm like a reluctant host, but I'm sort of learning the ropes. But VJ Sal, the experienced VJ, is back now. So welcome, VJ. Come to fix my problem of actually needing a VJ.
Yeah, love hearts for Mary Cullen, MC.
Oh, I don't recognize you.
No, I've got
going on.
This is not him. This is his twin brother. This is a goofy twin brother. VJ Sal. Where's VJ Sal gone, mate? Get back. Don't pretend you're VJ Sal. Come on. Don't pretend you're VJ Sal, yeah? This is not VJ Sal. This is an imposter.
I have taken over VJ Sal. I am dry and boring like Lakhi Singh. You have two boring people now. Okay.
Oh God, it was nice and quiet till he came on, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We're having a decent conversation, I think, until somebody interrupted.
I was going to use your conversation to put everyone back to sleep again, Lakhi Singh. But anyhow, I'm back. Good morning, Lakhi Singh, the property fixer, the property and business fixer, the business and property fixer of the alternative business and property solutions community. We had some technical problems. We're trying to do something to make it a bit more funkier, but I think there's some reasons we can't overload on the bandwidth or something. So we're playing around with something. Hopefully it will work by sometime the next few weeks, and then we will make it even more funkier. But anyhow, the conversation I was listening to, MC Femem especially, talking about people, we don't want this anymore, we can't take it anymore. I think it's not a matter of taking it anymore. I think it is just new territory come on us all of a sudden. We weren't expecting it. The forces to be didn't actually warn us about what they were going to do and how this virus was going to create lockdown. But leaving that aside, good morning, Lakhi Singh. What's the weather like there in your neck of the woods?
Oh.
Now that I've come in, I've frozen him out, which is good. I have frozen out Lakhi Singh. MC Femem, he's probably gone to sleep now, so it's perfectly fine. MC Femem, Mary Cullen. Right. Just an answer. Yes, this look is my New Year's resolution. I changed away from the funky MC because there wasn't any music to play, so it didn't really make sense. So I thought, let's look a bit more educated, ask a bit more.
I like it.
Do you like this one?
Yeah, I must admit, it's a bit more up my street. Yeah, I like it.
Cool, right? Okay, so I've got one vote already on that.
More up my street, yeah.
We've got lots of love hearts coming through this morning because of you, Mary. Mary, I have been missing you. Yeah, I've been missing you. Love hearts coming from so many people. Yes, yes. Right. Okay, Mary. Today's question is challenging your limits. Don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits, or something like that. It basically means, you know, are these limits that have been set on us? I mean, these have been set on us at the moment. Are we challenging those limits in terms of internal challenges? And that's just making ourselves positive, just like you are. You sound all the time, the lovely voice there. I mean, every time I listen to you, I don't feel like we're in lockdown. I just feel like we're as usual. But behind that lovely voice, there's probably lots of other things that are going on, but you're maintaining calm. I'm not talking about, I didn't say ugly voice, I said lovely voice. But anyhow, let me continue. What I was going to say to you is, Mary.
That's not very nice.
Okay, what I mean to say is a fixer voice as opposed to a lovely voice. So, Mary, what I'm trying to say is,
remember who the fixer is.
Yeah, you are the fixer. To keep at the fixer, the VJ is back, and I've got an MC come in. So we're both on the same team. Okay, leaving that aside, I'm trying to get the question out, and that is, that's one challenge, isn't it? And you're challenging the limit that's been set externally on you, but it's affecting you internally. What about those limits which are internal that can become external, so they're not being governed by government? Your limits, like you mentioned, there's much more conflict resolution, I would want to call it, going on in your management of your properties, and probably less property matters. How do you actually bring those challenges, and how do you bring yourself up to the
firstly, the greatest challenge is I have 2 children home, and they've got to be homeschooled, and I've got to work as well. So how do you do that? How do you balance that? It's just impossible. So and also in that, I've got to fit in at least an hour to an hour and a half exercise a day to keep my positive mindset. So I don't stop. It doesn't stop. So the problem is, obviously, it was like that all of last year, especially for entrepreneurs, mompreneurs, dadpreneurs, people with children, people with children at home who are also trying to work, are under tremendous strain. And there really is no support for us. So just imagine that. So for instance, I had an issue last week where a computer broke, so no computer until my son finished on the computer, which was 3 o'clock every day, and then I started my work at 3:30, and I was working till like 1 in the morning, and then you're up again. So this is and also, you can't sit a child in front of a computer. They're meant to actually be doing lessons, and the teacher comes on for 5 minutes, and then you're meant to help them do tons of work, because everything's trying to keep up with the curriculum, because we've already lost 6 months. So that's just one entire job in itself.
And I think I remember you saying, Mary, is it your son, or you got a son and a daughter, and one of them
daughter and a son, yeah.
That's it. One of them, or are they autistic, or is
no? Well, my son is 11, and he's just normal learning, whatever. And my daughter has challenges with her dyslexia and her dyscalculia. So she has challenges. Yeah, she
what even. What other thing she has? What's the other thing she's got?
So it's just a complete block when it comes to maths. Yeah, mathematics.
Oh, right. So she can't see numbers. You see them all over the place, type of thing.
So, for instance, she finds it hard to tell the time. So she's got to do 5 lessons in a day. So I have to keep running up and down the stairs saying, right, this lesson stopped. And so that logistically on top of work.
I'll be honest with you, Mary. I'll be honest with you. I think you're an epitome of how difficult it is. The most difficult job in the world. I'm going to tell you, because I was a very difficult child, especially when I was about 10 plus, and then up to about 16.
No difference there now.
I was waiting for that one, but I was a difficult child. I can understand how motherhood is probably the most important and the most difficult job in the world, and I can't imagine me having to have the patience to do that and run a business. So I can't say enough to say a big salute to you, or big badge of honor on you, or whatever. But I think you're probably a big inspiration. Forget about the feminine thing. I think just to female and mothers out there who are having to do that, and I'm sure there's a couple of fathers